Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's me, Mr. Nobody, and for those of you that do know me, you know that I post gaming content, but that's not all I'm gonna be posting on my YouTube channel anymore, baby. I've been wanting to do something with cars, and I mean like actually do something. Start anew, if you will. And it's kind of hard to figure out which platform to go with, finding time to do things, and so we're gonna kind of get all into that. But first, I wanted to show you guys the new featured vehicle that's gonna be on the channel. This is a 1999 two-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee. I'm gonna answer all the questions you probably have. Why'd you get two-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive? What happened to the BMW? What are you gonna be doing to it? All that's gonna get answered here, but the first thing I wanted to say is if you have seen me post gaming content, that will still stay. A little quick 30-second about me. I am a online Twitch streamer, but I also make video game content as well on my shorts and whatnot. But I've been really wanting to dive into my car love, if you will. I kind of had a little bit on like my BMW, a while back, had my Hyundai Veloster a while back, but never was like actually building anything, right? Like posting it. So that's what we're doing with the Jeep. The Jeep Cherokee is gonna be that first thing. We're gonna have, I don't even know how many seasons, how many episodes, but the end goal is to get this thing looking most badass. It's gonna be lifted, but very capable. I wanna be able to go off-roading with it. I wanna go overlanding with my girlfriend, my fiance, excuse me. And so I'm gonna take you through everything here. So without further ado, let's get into it. So coming outside here, I'm gonna give you guys a good look around next to the dumpster, because it wouldn't be a car project if it wasn't next to a dumpster. So this is kind of like the story behind it, right? So the garage is empty, and you're probably like, yo, where did your BMW go? Low boost. Long story short, I'm super busy with work, and so I traded this for low boost for the BMW. It's a really good friend of mine who, he actually sold me the BMW back a while ago. I started building it, and I just didn't have time to complete it. I tore it down, and as life goes, work gets busier, yada, yada. You just kind of not lose interest, but you just want to drive something, right? So when the opportunity arose, he was like, hey, I know you've been looking for a Jeep Cherokee, because I have. He's like, I've got one. It's a really good starter build, and I will finish your E36 for you if you want to do a title for title. So what did I do? I did a title for title. I did exactly that. And so this is kind of what it's going to look like, as like just an ugly starter base, right? You guys saw the E36. It was pretty clean, but it's going to be a lot different now. Small things we got to do to fix this. For example, I got this button that just wants to yell at me. In fact, here, let's go ahead and just put the keys in so that it doesn't yell at you this entire video. Let's do that, right? Shh, my child. Shh, my child. Actually, I got a better idea, but we'll do that in a minute. This is kind of what it looks like. The reason why I chose this car, two-wheel drive, versus hunting for somebody who wanted to do, say, a 4x4 build, right? Small little things that we're gonna have to do to, adjust it. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little lock button to unlock the car. Yes, the lock buttons are a little iffy here. So we open it up, very clean, right? Obviously it's ugly, it's dirty. This is from 99, baby. I can smell my grandma's house in here, I feel like. So the reason why I chose this build, going with a two-wheel drive versus a four-wheel drive, for two reasons. One, two-wheel drives typically are more abundant in a cleaner setting like this. So that was one really good option, is what's available to me. But two, I really wanted to show you guys what it's like when you swap a two-wheel drive into a four-wheel drive. I also wanted to show you what happens when we put an 8.8 axle in the rear. And so, yeah, that's kind of like what I really wanted to do. But this is kind of like an overview. Here's the trunk here too. Look. This is also what's really nice about having a actual SUV versus having like a sports car, right? An SUV, I could throw these back seats down or just take them out. Now I got an entire bed back here. Or I can go ahead and hook up a trailer hitch, which I will be doing down there. New bumper will be coming. But this is kind of just like a starter baseline of like what's to come. Oh yeah, went through a car wash. RIP little fender liner there. I gotta unlock that. We're not gonna do that right now. So let me show you now the good and the bad. So let's start off with the good, okay? So the good, it's got the 4-liter engine in here. Just give you guys a good little look seeing that. Yeah, you know you like it. It's a 4-liter engine. What's really cool is it's got a fresh AC system. I got to cap it off and I got to recharge the system. So there's one of those things. It does have a new to this ECU, what I learned was that this was actually the old one that I have was causing misfires. So we put this in, misfires went away. Kind of weird, don't understand it, but it is what it is. Things that need to be done in here, you can see, oops, camera mount's like being not nice, so we're just gonna fix that. So you can see in here that the 6th cylinder is sweating a little bit. I think it honestly has to do with this right here. This plug is pretty old. It just goes right into the oil drain line right there. So it's not the best, not the worst, but it is something that I got to deal with. I got to cap off the AC right there, and I got to recharge it. Not fun, but something that you got to do. And overall, other than that, there's this auxiliary fan here that I learned, at least from what I was told in researching, this aux fan will not spin if there's no pressure within the AC system. Doesn't make sense, but it's a thing that's got to get done. So we're going to get that done ASAP. But it is a 4-liter, which, as you guys know, these things can go for 300 to 500,000 miles, even abused. So that's what we're going to be doing, seeing how far this bad boy can go. I will be picking up another 4-liter probably sometime in the next month, just in case this decides to say I'm done. But with that being said, we're going to come around over here. The negatives on this is that the clear coat is peeling. So obviously it's from 99. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It could be completely tattered and rattered like the roof here. But with that being said here, the interior really is actually really clean. It has the nice seats with the headrests. They're a lot softer as well. I do have rubber floor mats. The transmission does shift into gear. It's not like that was ever a worry or a problem, but that is something that I like to think about. I got an aftermarket radio here. The sound system has fresh 8 inches back there, 8-inch kickers. Not that bad. The problem that I'm driving myself most insane right now, the steering wheel, it is upside down. Like at 12 o'clock, it is upside down because whoever did the front lift on this, they didn't adjust it right. So I got to now fix that, which we will be showing. And there's also up here, you can't see because I don't have the car on, but this actually likes to misread the oil pressure. Found out that you need a new oil pressure sending unit or something along those lines there. I'll put the correct text on the screen. But with that being said, I need to get that fixed so that it doesn't say 45 PSI and hold for a while, then dip all of a sudden, because I know I have compression in all 6 cylinders. Another thing that is a problem with this car, it's a normal Jeep thing. Let's go down here and I'll show you. Not cut myself on this glass. Look at this glass down here. Not fun. See that rust hole? Yeah. You see if I can zoom in just a little bit. You see those fibers? Yep, that's my carpet. That is a full-blown hole the size of an iPhone 13 Pro Max. That I need to get patched up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut from here, cut out this one big square, go all the way down to the back seam, and we're gonna re-weld in a brand new metal plate. And I've got the same issue arising over here as well. But this is all floorboard, not chassis. You guys know these cars, these chassis have a wonderful time of frame rusting. Well, we do not have that issue here at all. It's a super clean chassis. This was a Florida-owned car. So what I'm gonna assume happened was leaks happened here, which are common. So you had a leak here happen, you had a leak back here happen. It is what it is, not fun. But other than that, we're gonna swap out this rear axle back here. Let me get a little closer for you. As you can see, the rear diff is starting to sweat a good amount, which is not fun. It's not something we want, but that's okay. It's what I'm here for. These leaf springs are flat. You want a little bit of bend in them, but that's fine. We'll fix that as well. Replace this with brand new shocks, take away these Bilsteins, go around over here while I'm under the rig. And then you also have the same situation up there. We're gonna put new springs, we're gonna put new shocks. Take a look at all of the sweats that are happening, such as what's happening back here. So down here, it's fine, right? Like it is what it is, but if you're going on a trail, you do wanna be courteous to the environment. Mother Nature will take care of you if you take care of her. So we're gonna go ahead and clean up all the sweats, brake clean it, make sure it's all fine. Back there, we have our drums. Well, if you guys don't know, for my gaming viewers or anybody who's not into cars, that drums, they're old. That is a thing of the past. We are on disc brake season, baby. So when we get the new axle, the 8.8 axle that we're gonna be putting in this, I'm gonna make sure it has disc brakes and we're gonna redo the lines. Just make it all nice and modern. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Stefan, seems like you got a big project on your hands. Why'd you take it? Versus the BMW, which was also a really big project. And there's two reasons. One, I have like this really big dream. It's a small dream, but it's a big dream to me. I really want to go overlanding. It's something that I would love to make content over. I would love to be able to go into Arkansas, Colorado, hell, Nebraska, and Alaska. You name places with mountains, nice scenes. I want to take the rig up there, and I want to live with Maddie in the car for just like a little bit, right? Like if we're going on a like week vacation, I want the rig to handle a week. So that's why I went with this. The BMW, I wanted a big horsepower car. I did. But then I got the Subaru. And the Subaru is great as a daily driver. And I just keep thinking to myself, if I've already got speed with the WRX, because I'm going to tune it, I'm going to upgrade it. Don't worry, it's not going to stay stock. But sitting at a 300 to 350 at the end of the WRX's build, that's pretty good power for like a daily driver. And then I was having just that need, that mighty need for off-road. My Samurai was a beast off-road. It had 35s, it had a spring over axle lift, had anything and everything you could think of done to it. It had ARB lockers in the rear, and it had, I think ARBs in the front as well. I can't remember which locker brand I went with on the front. But it was pretty big. It was really cool. And so I kind of wanted to redo that with this. But the first things first is we're going to completely remove the interior. Let me show you guys here. This is just a pretty old and basic interior. I swear it smells like someone's grandma's house. Like it really is just that old. But I'm going to take all this out. We're going to take all the plastics out. I'm going to custom build myself nice little side panels so that I can utilize it for mounting an outdoor jack if I wanted to, or if I wanted to put that on the rig. But I wanted to take out all the carpet. I have to patch those two holes on the passenger side. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and completely remove this out. I'm going to pour 15 the entire bed that's inside the rig. And then I'm going to go ahead and do myself the wonderful Raptor liner job that I did on my Samurai, where it was all a little piece of glass in here. Not fun. So we're going to Raptor line the entire inside because I don't want carpet when I'm off-roading. I'm not going to lie to you guys. As a daily, yeah, you want it to help cut down the sound as much as possible. However, it's not going to be a daily. That's what the WRX is for. I wanted this to be able to, if I go underwater or, you know, go up to the door level like I did with the Samurai, if I get water or mud in there, dude, I'll go take a power washer, clean it out. I don't have to worry about rust. Carpet holds moisture like no tomorrow. And this is not my thing. It's not. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to take care of it all. This is kind of that introductory to the build. Let me go ahead and show you guys what's in my garage because I actually got some cool parts already ready for it. I know, garage is messy. I've got a BMW motor over here. Can't see because my camera mount thing. Got another motor over there, but this is for the Jeep. I've got 28 spline shafts, either 28 or 29 spline shafts from the previous owner. I've got new window regulators. I've got stuff in this box that I'm not gonna show yet. I got that little cowl piece that we're not even gonna put on because we're gonna have to cut and lift it up. And then over here, I've also got some Dynamat that I got hiding in here because we're gonna try to help like with the headliner. I'll put headliner in and Dynamat that. But that is the introductory to the build. It's a cool build. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are. This will be a thing where I'm building a car on my budget, right? This is a budget build with good shit. That's all I can say. It's gonna be a budget build with higher end stuff where it's like pieced together, right? I'm not gonna go and just, you know, spend 40 grand to go get this thing lifted, rat-a-tatted, ready to take on the apocalypse. No. I wanna start building cars and doing this so that I can build relatable content and also relatable cars that you and me both can afford. You always see online these people who are buying these exotic cars, which are so cool. I'll own one day. But I wanna build cool shit like this that you could go out and buy, because like right now, at least here in Texas, you can go buy a 2-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee for $1,800 to $2,000. That is not bad to get into the off-roading world at all. Even as a 2-wheel drive running vehicle, this thing is cool. It's capable from the factory. I'm not gonna go into the history of this car in particular because that's just not my niche. My niche is showing you guys cool stuff. But this car from the factory is built very well. The 4.0 motor. You've got the nice, you know, ability to go up a little bit on a lift and get yourself to go over some nice bumps. Yeah, Is it a little dated? Sure, of course it is. But that's why I didn't buy this with the anticipation of me driving this to work 30 minutes down the road. I'm building this to not only eventually be able to do that, because I do want this to be a daily eventually. Like, it's not going to be anything where, oh, I'm on a ticking time frame, but it would just be nice to, hey, we've been having a lot of rain here in Texas lately. So it'd be nice to be able to just go take the Jeep, go through the mud or go through the water or whatever it is, and not worry about what I have to worry about with the WRX, where it's like, okay, it's got all-wheel drive, but I hit a big pile of water, I'm hydro locked. And then getting a replacement motor for a WRX is not as easy as getting a junkyard 4.0. Yeah, I could get these for $500, $400, swap it in. I've already got the lift and everything like that ready to go. But that's kind of what I wanted to build this for. I wanted to build this for the people who are wanting to get into off-roading like me, because I do want to get into off-roading. Like, I want a rooftop tent or a trailer with a rooftop tent on it, or a square pod, something like that where I can sleep in it. And then we can go kind of document the adventures that we do go in the next year. So I'm long-winded. I can keep going and talking. This is kind of who I am. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, let me know. Tell me what you recommend for the Jeep. And I'll see you guys on the next episode, all right? I love y'all. Mwah. Peace.